Hello friends, welcome to today's video, which is this week's grocery haul and meal plan. Just a little bit of an intro here for those of you who don't know. I am currently following the weightwatchers blue plan. And what I've been doing over the last week, this is my second week back on plan again, is that I have been ordering HelloFresh meals. I'm a single person who lives here by myself, so I order 3 meals per week, which gives me 6 servings in total, which I have as my dinners, and then I have one flex night where I can either have leftovers, maybe some takeout, or something else that I might like to have. I'm going to start out by telling you about the HelloFresh meals that I have ordered that should be arriving today. What I do is go in and look at the meals when I'm choosing them. They actually give you the ingredients and the amounts so that I'm able to figure out approximately how many points the meals are. And the meals generally let you control the amount of oil you're using to cook in. So I take that into account as well. I don't always use the total amount that they say. If they say to toss something in a tablespoon of oil to roast it in the oven, I might just use a couple sprays of olive oil. Also to mention that because I am exercising a lot, but not using my fit points to eat, I do try to eat all of my weekly points. So I actually aim for about 28 points per day instead of 23, so that I'm getting that extra nutrition. As a baseline to figure out my week, I generally use about 4 points on coffee. And if I don't end up using them, that just gives me a little bit more flexibility. 2 of those points are usually for the 2% milk or whatever kind of milk I'm having in like my hot coffee that I like having in the morning. And then over the last week, I've also been making myself a cold coffee with a Premier Protein, which is also 2 points. So right off the top, I have about 4 points worth of coffee. The first meal that I've chosen for the week, and I'll put a picture of it up on the screen, is a lemon chicken and goat cheese meal. It also has crisp pear, arugula, spinach, and citrus vinaigrette. And I figured out that this meal will be 14 points. The next meal that I ordered is a jerk spice salmon and farro bowl with pineapple coleslaw. And the salmon is going to be 11 points. Finally, I've ordered a vegetarian meal, a Caribbean black bean and coconut rice with charred pineapple salsa. Guess I'm having a lot of pineapple this week. And that one is fairly low in points. It is only 9 points. So after accounting for my coffee and my dinners, I have about 10 to 14 points to play with for the rest of the day. Let me start showing you the actual groceries, and then I'll tell you what my plan is for breakfast, lunch, and snacks along the way. Let's start out with some produce, and I did enjoy having grapes last week, so I got some more grapes this week. These ones actually don't look very good. There's some ones in there that are definitely brown and shriveled, so I think I'm gonna have to go through this and sort of take out the ones that aren't good just to make sure they don't spoil the others. I did do grocery pickup, and sometimes it happens. They're usually pretty good, but every once in a while they choose something that I wouldn't necessarily choose if I was there. I mentioned last week I also picked up some lime juice, and they do taste really good if you take the time to cut the grapes in half and drizzle a little bit of lime juice over them. They really do have like a sour gummy kind of flavor to them, which I really enjoy. I picked up some baby carrots because I am going to be making some snack boxes for my snack with some dip. So I'm going to have carrots in there as a 0 point dipping veggie to sort of round out my snack a little bit. And I also picked up a head of cauliflower. I found a recipe online, and I will link it down below, for a baked macaroni and cheese with cauliflower. So that is what I'm going to be making for my lunch. I believe it is 7 points. So there'll be a few items related to that dish in this grocery haul. Related to that mac and cheese as well, I did pick up some cheese. This is old cheddar. It's the Armstrong brand, but I did get the 40% less fat. If I'm going to be making anything with cheddar, I always get the old or extra old as much as possible because I find it has the most flavor for the points. Continuing on with dairy, I did pick up some more 2% milk. A half cup of this is 3 points. This is generally what I have in my coffee, is hot coffee with some 2% milk and some equal sweetener. However, this week I also picked up some oat milk. This is the Earth's Own unsweetened vanilla oat milk. This is slightly lower in points, and I have found that this steams pretty well. I do have a milk frother, and that little bit of vanilla is also quite nice. So I thought if I wanted to lower my points for a day, I could also use some of this. It's not a huge difference, but half a cup of this is 2 points versus 3 for the 2% milk. I will continue along with beverages since I'm talking about that. There was a sale on Premier Protein, so I picked up 2 of these. This is the caramel flavor, and I never really realized what the big deal was about Premier Protein before. It's sort of one of those WW staples that people love, but I realized I'd only ever tried the chocolate, and I don't like the taste of that one. But this is wonderful, and I've been having these, keeping them chilled in the fridge, and then last week I picked up some pre-made cold brew, and it is so good together. And so this week I picked up a different kind of cold brew. This one is the Starbucks Cold Brew Concentrate Signature Black. Somebody in the comments mentioned getting the blonde. That wasn't available, so I thought I would try this. This one is a concentrate, so I guess you add a little bit of water to it. I will admit that I am a little bit of a coffee snob, and not in like a, you have to get this certain kind of bean and have it as an espresso. But when I think of coffee, I think of like a cup of hot coffee, black or with milk or cream or sugar or whatever. Whenever people have said in the past, oh, I need my coffee in the morning, and then it's like 1 shot of espresso and all kinds of sweet stuff added to it, to me that doesn't register as coffee. That's more like a treat. And this does feel that way. It feels more like I'm having like a protein drink, like a sweetened fun kind of drink with a little bit of caffeine added to it. And I never really got into iced coffee because they never tasted good to me. And then I realized what the issue was. Every time I had gotten a iced coffee from Starbucks, it came with ice in it, and always ended up tasting really like watered down and not very good. When I was out for one of my long walks over a week ago, and I will link to the video down below, I did a challenge where I walked 25,000 steps per day for a week, and sort of shared my lessons learned and weight loss from that. As I mentioned, I'll link it down below. I went to a Starbucks to pick up a drink along one of my walks, and I decided to get a sweet cream vanilla cold brew. And the woman said, I can do that, but just so you know, there isn't any ice available, but it'll be really cold like anyway. So I was like, okay, I'll take that. And it was the best cold coffee drink I'd ever had. And I realized the issue was I just don't like it watered down. If the drink is cold, it's better that way. As soon as you start adding ice to it, it doesn't taste good to me. So I've just been keeping my cold brew and my Premier Protein in the fridge. Sometimes I'll chill the cup that I put it into, but I do not add ice, and it tastes so good. That was a little bit of a rant, but let me get back to my grocery haul. So that is it for the drinks for this week. I still have coffee beans left from last week. Oh, I missed one of the things in dairy, and that is that I picked up some 0% plain Greek yogurt. I usually just go with whichever one is the cheapest. This is the Liberté brand, which is delicious. And for my breakfast this week, I'm going to be making some 3-point yogurt parfaits. I do have some frozen fruit in the freezer that needs to be used, so I'm going to be using that along with non-fat Greek yogurt. I'm trying to decide if I want to mix in a little bit of like protein powder to sweeten it a little bit, but I'll figure that out. So to put in my parfait as well, I picked up what I thought was actually granola. It looks like there's some more flakes in here. I think I maybe picked up more of a cereal than a granola, but I was checking out the different points on things versus the price as well. And this Nature's Path Organic Flax Plus Maple Pecan Crunch was a good price and seemed to be good for points. Let me just look here. So a little less than a half cup of this, I'm gonna measure it out by grams when I do it, should be 3 points, because they say here that 1 cup, which is 55 grams, it scans in at 8 points, so I'll do a little less than half a cup to get 3 points. For my baked mac and cheese, I picked up some whole wheat pasta. This is just the Great Value brand whole grain rotini. I don't know why, but rotini is my favorite shape of pasta, so I got that. For my snack boxes, some days will just be the carrots and dip, and I am planning on making the dip out of some 0% Greek yogurt, and in the fridge I either have some like ranch spices to mix with it, and I think I also have a package left of onion soup mix, which I have mixed before with just plain yogurt to make a really tasty dip, so I'll do one of those. And then I picked up some Good Thins corn crackers. These you get a ton of for low points. You can have 30 of these for 2 points. So on the days where my dinner points are a little lower, I will put some Corn Thins into the snack box as well. And the very last item, I did pick up some more gum. I do find that chewing this in the evening just helps me not want to snack as much, so I did pick up some more juicy fruit. And that is everything from this grocery haul. I hope it maybe gave you some ideas. I was thinking of doing a video of my meal prep for the mac and cheese and cauliflower and the yogurt parfaits and maybe the snack boxes, but let me know what you think about that. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to follow along with my WW content and other health and wellness content and fitness challenges and whatnot, please consider subscribing. Thank you guys so much, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye!